Hi, welcome to MathHow. In this video, we will be solving question number 68 to question number 77 of Math section of 2024 to 25 SHSAT test. Let's start with question number 68. Jar 1 and jar 2 each contain 1 by 2 cup of water. If 1 by 4 of water in jar 1 is poured into jar 2, how much water is now in jar 2? Each jar has 1 by 2 cup of water, half cup of water. If 1 by 4 of the water in jar 1, whatever jar 1 has, we need to find 1 by 4 of that quantity, that is 1 by 2. So that means 1 by 4 multiplied with 1 by 2, this will become 1 by 8 is poured into jar 2. So that means 1 by 8 of what 1 by 8 cup of water is poured into jar 2, and jar 2 already has half cup of water. So that means how much water will be in jar 2 after pouring 1 by 8 cup of water? That will become 1 by 8 plus 1 by 2. This is the quantity that will be poured, and this is the quantity that is already in jar 2. So adding these, we have 1 by 8 plus, converting this into equivalent fraction so that the denominator is 8, this will become 4 by 8. 8, 1 plus 4, and the answer is 5 by 8 cup of water. The correct answer is option G. Question number 69. If n is a whole number and 0.01 is between 1 over n and 1 over n plus 2, what is the value of n? N is a whole number. 0.01 is between these two fractions. Remember, these two fractions have these denominators are equal. If the numerators of two fractions are equal, from this you can see this is n and this is n plus 2, means this numerator is increased by 2. So whenever two fractions in two fractions numerators are equal, and if the denominator is greater than the denominator of other fraction, this fraction will result in the smallest value. The fraction with greater denominator, if the numerators are same, and the fraction with the greater denominator will result in the smallest value. So this means 1 over n plus 2 is less than this fraction. 0.01 is between these two fractions. First, let's convert 0.01 in a fraction. This will become 1 over 100. From these two fractions, we can see that if this is n plus 2, then the next greater fraction will be 1 over n plus 1. The smaller the denominator, the greater the fraction will be. So 1 over n plus 2 less than 1 over n plus 1. The denominator is getting smaller. Now, the question has already mentioned that 0.01 is in between. So that means and is also a whole number. So this fraction should be equal to this fraction. Equating these both fractions, 1 over n plus 1 equal 1 over 100. Numerators are same, then the denominator must be equal to denominators must be equal to each other. 1 plus 1 equals 100. Subtracting 1 on both sides, we have n equals 99. So the value of n is 99. Option D is the correct answer. Question number 70. When asked a certain question in a poll, 72% of the people polled answered yes. If 56 people did not answer yes to that question, what is the total number of people who were polled? Question has mentioned that 72% of people answered yes and 56 people did not answer yes. So what percentage of people did not answer yes? Simply subtract the percentage that answered yes from 100. The answer will be 28%. So 28% people answered no, right? They did not answer yes to that question. And this is the percentage. This is the total number of people that did not answer yes. The question is asking for total number of people. So how do we find the percentage? The percentage is calculated when the number of people is divided by the total number of people. Suppose the total number of people is equal to t, and this is equal to 28 divided by 100. Cross multiplying 28t, and this will become 5600. T equals, divided by 28 on both sides, we have 28 ones are 28 and 28 twos are 56 and 0. T equals to 200. So total number of people who were polled is 200. The correct answer will be option H. Question number 71. A museum has a room in the shape of a rectangle. Suppose this is the room. The area of the floor is 960 square feet. The area is 960 square feet. In a scale drawing of the museum, 1 inch is equal to 20 feet. So the scale factor is 1 inch equal to 20 feet. If the length of the room is 2 inches in the scale drawing, suppose this is the scale drawing. The length is 2 inches in the scale drawing. 2 inches. The scale factor is 1 inch equal to 20 feet. So the actual length, to find the actual length, multiply this with 2 on both sides. This will become 2 inches equal to 40 feet. So that means 2 inches on the scale drawing corresponds to 40 feet of the actual room. So the actual room has the length of 40 feet. The area is given. We can find the width of the room. Area divided by length. The width will be of the actual room 24 feet. This is the width of the actual room. Now, to find the width of the room in the scale drawing, divide the actual width by 20 feet. 24 divided by 20. Reducing this, and writing this in the mixed fraction form, this will become, when you divide it using the long division, this will become 1 whole and 1 over 5 inches. So the correct answer will be A. 1 and 1 over 5 inches is the width of the room in the scale drawing. Question number 72. A program on a computer randomly generates a sequence of whole numbers from 1 to 9 inclusive, meaning 1 and 9 are both included in the sequence. So the sequence, the computer will generate the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If the computer generates a sequence of 300 numbers, what is the best prediction of the number of odd numbers in the sequence? We have given the small sample. We can use the number of odd numbers from these samples to predict how many odd numbers will appear on these 300 numbers that this same computer will generate. So count how many odd numbers are in this sequence, in this small sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 odd numbers out of 9 numbers, right? To predict the odd numbers in the sequence of 300 numbers, multiply this with 300. Simplify. This will be 500 over 3, dividing 500 by 3 in long division. Now, as you can see, this is a non-terminating and recurring decimal equal to 166.66. This will be repeated. So rounding this to the nearest whole number, this will become 167. So the best prediction will be 167 odd numbers will appear in the sequence of 300 numbers generated by this computer. So the correct answer will be option H. Question number 73. A truck rental company charges a one-time fee of $40 plus $1 per mile. The total cost will be $40 fixed charges plus $1 per mile. Suppose each mile driven is represented by m, and when 1 is multiplied with any number, the resultant is that number. So this is the cost. Dahlia rented a truck and used a coupon for 20% off the total rental cost. After the coupon was applied, she spent a total of $60. How many miles did she drive? To find the number of miles, first we need to find the total cost, and to find the total cost, we need to find how much she paid after using the coupon. Since the coupon was for 20% off, so that means she paid only 80% of the total cost, right? So, and she paid, and that 80% is $60. So, 80% is equal to $60 divided by the total amount. That amount is unknown, right? We need to find that amount. Reducing this fraction, this will become 4 over 5 equals 60 over x. Cross multiplying, we get 4x equals 300, and x dividing by 4 on both sides, we will get 75. So 75 USD $75 is the original amount she has to pay. She had to pay if she didn't have the coupon, but she applied the coupon and the amount became $60. So this is the actual total amount. The actual total cost is 75 USD. So substituting 75 in place of C equals 40 plus M. Subtracting 40 on both sides, we have 35 equals M. So the total number of miles she drove is 35 miles. Correct answer is option D. Question number 74. The probability of drawing a red candy at random from a bag of 25 candies is 2 by 5. After 5 candies are removed from the bag, what is the probability of randomly drawing a red candy from the bag? The bag has originally 25 total candies, right? And the probability of drawing a red candy is 2 by 5. That means if we multiply by 2 by 5, multiplying 25 with 2 by 5, we will have the total number of red candies. 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25, 5 twos are 10. So there are total of 10 red candies. Now we need to find the probability after removing 5 candies. To find the probability of red candies, divide the total number of red candies by the total number of candies. To find the probability after removing 5 red candies, 5 red candies are removed, so that means 5 candies are also removed from the total candies, right? This will be 5 over 20, and this will become 1 over 4. So after removing 5 candies, the probability of randomly drawing a red candy from the bag will become 1 by 4. Correct answer is option H. Question number 75. Each number in a sequence is found by doubling the previous number and then adding 1. Suppose that previous number is x. Previous number is x. The next number is y. The next number is obtained when doubling the previous number, meaning x, and adding 1, right? If the ninth number in the sequence is 63, what is the 10th number minus the 7th number? First, we need to find the 10th and the 7th number. Ninth number is given. Ninth number is the ninth number is 63. Don't know what 8th number is, and don't know what 7th number is, and don't know what 10th number is. Suppose this is the next number for 8th number. To find 8th number, substitute 63 in place of y. Substituting 63 in place of y and solving for x. 63 equals 2x plus 1. Subtracting 1 on both sides, this will become 62, and this will become 2x. Dividing by 2 on both sides, this will become 31. So that means the 8th number is 31. Now This number 31 is the next number for 7th, right? So substituting 31 in place of y, doing the same process to find the previous number, the 7th number, using the 8th number, that is the next number, right? 2x plus 1, subtracting 1 on both sides, this will become 30 and this will become 2x. Dividing by 2 on both sides, this will become 15 and this is x. So that means the 7th number is 15. To find the 10th number, this is the previous number, 9th number, right? To find the 10th number, what what will we do? We will double the previous number and add 1. So substituting in place of x, substituting 63, the previous number, to find the next number, that is 10th number, plus 1. This will become 127. So the 10th number is 127. The question is asking what is 10th number minus this 7th number. So 10th number is 127. 127 minus the 7th number, that is 15. The answer will be 112. The correct answer is option C. Question number 76. After a skating championship, there are 7 judges who each awarded a score for each skater's performance. The highest and lowest scores given to each skater are discarded. The lowest and the highest. So the lowest score is 8.2 and the highest score is 9.0. So these scores are discarded. And the mean of the remaining scores is then calculated and reported as the skater's final score. What is the final score for the skater who received the scores shown above from the judges? Highest and lowest are discarded, and the mean is the score of the final score of the skater. So calculate the mean of the remaining scores. The mean is calculated as sum of the values 8.5 plus 8.4 plus 8.6 plus 8.8 divided by the number of values. So how many values are these? 5, not 7. Why? Because these two are discarded. Adding these, we will have 43.2 whole divided by 5. Dividing this 43.2 by 5, 5 8s are 40, 5 6 are 30, and 5 4s are 20. So the mean will be 8.64. This is the final score of the skater. The correct answer is option G. Question number 77. A piece of wood that is 4.5 feet long is cut into two pieces of different lengths. The shorter piece has a length of x feet, unknown length, which inequality expresses all possible values of x. So the total length is this. The shorter length is x, that is unknown. So what value or set of values can become the shorter length or can be the value of x, right? Since this is the total length and it is cut into two pieces, so that means any length that is less than half of this total length lie in the category of shorter pieces. Converting this fraction into proper fraction, this will become 9 divided by 2. The half of this will be 9 over 2 whole divided by 2. This will become 9 over 4. Converting this into mixed fraction, this will be equal to 2 and 1 over 4 feet. So this is the half length. Any length that is less than this length or greater than 0 feet, right? Since the shorter piece should have a length greater than 0. Checking each option. Option A, the length is greater than 0 and is less than 0. So this is the set of values that the shorter piece has. This is the correct answer. Check other options as well. As you can see, this is less or equal to. The length should not be equal to 0. So this does not, this is not the correct answer. X greater than 0, less than, this is the full length. So this also does not lie in the category of shorter piece, since the total length is divided into two pieces. The shorter piece must be less than the half length or and greater than 0. This also does not lie this lie in the correct values, because this is the half length and this is the full length, and any value in between those is a greater piece. So this is also not correct. So the only correct answer is option A. This concludes this video. Hope you enjoyed and understood the solution of these questions. If you do, make sure you give it a like and share, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.